Okay, so let's talk about adding scarcity to your email sequences in MailerLite that are legit. I know that there's a lot of ways to create fake scarcity, and I want to show you how to create real scarcity in an email sequence using all the tools you need right here in MailerLite. So the premise is this: we're going to be adding a special tag to our subscriber when they first subscribe. And then after the certain amount of time that we want our special offer to be available, we're then going to change that tag at the end of that period. Let me show you what I mean. So here I am in a test list. So you want to go to your subscribers and go to a list, and we want to add a custom field. So I've already done this. I actually created special offer custom field, but we're going to create a new one right now. I'm going to add the custom field test offer, and I want to leave it as a text because we're going to be adding a web address is the premise. We're going to be adding a web address to the special offer and then what web address we want them to go to after our offer is expired. So I'm going to go ahead and add new field. Next, I'm going to go into my automations. Again, you can see I created one a few days ago, but I'm going to create a new one so we can see how it works. The trigger for this workflow is going to be when someone's added to your email list. So when they join the group or whatever other trigger you'd want, that's when I want them to get this workflow. So I'm going to save that, and I'll just call it test offer. Okay, so when someone joins my list or group test, the first thing I want is an action. I want to update the custom field that we just created, test offer, and I want them to go to my special offer page. So it might be, okay, let me take that back. I don't want the HTTP, I just want the web address. So let's pretend my offer, my special offer was at jessievalle.com. Okay, so then I would save. Next, I want them to get an email. So when I go into, well, here to, oh, gotta set a subject. Test subject, welcome. So let's say it's the first email in my series. I'm going to say welcome. It's from me and my email address, and now I'm going to design. So they have a drag and drop editor, or they even have a template gallery. You can choose anything you want. This is one that oops, I didn't mean to preview. I just meant to select it. I just grabbed this just to have something in there. So let's say you go through and you edit all your content, and in here you say, you know, thanks for subscribing. Here's the special offer. And then what I want to do is when you add personalization, they have, special codes. For example, here when I click test offer, we can see this is their little special code. I need this. So I'm just going to highlight it and copy. But I don't want my viewers, my subscribers, to see this. Actually, it would show the web address. I don't want them to see the web address because we want the link to change after a certain amount of time once our special offer has expired. So what I'm going to do is highlight the text of, here's the special offer, click here, that kind of thing. And I'm going to insert the link, http:// and then I'm going to paste that test offer in there because we just added it as jessievalle.com. So here's where I add that HTTP. And after a certain amount of time, then we're going to want the Jessie Valle to change to something else. This is how we set it up. So sure, it can open up in a new window. Okay. So I would write the rest of my email, make it all pretty, everything I want, but I don't want them to see this. So now that I've used the code, I placed it here in our link, I can delete that part. Okay, so now I'm going to save, and I'll just say I'm done editing. I would go through, write the rest of my email, style it the way I want with my branding, make it all pretty. Okay, so then I want to add a certain amount of time. How long do I want my special offer to be available? So I'm going to delay by however long that is. Let's say it's 2 days. Great, save. So after 2 days, I want the link in that email to change. How can we make it update dynamically? I can change their custom field. So I'm going to add an action to update a custom field, and I want to update that same one, test offer. Only instead of going to my special offer at jessivaya.com or whatever URL you have where your special offer is, now I want them to go to a different page, one of maybe the full offer instead of the special offer. So let's just pretend it was on my About page, and then I would save. So that's what this is. I have someone joins my group. I update that custom field with jessivaya.com or wherever your special offer is. You give them the email where inside the email, when they click on the link, it'll take them to this URL. Then you wait the amount of time until you want your special offer to expire, and then you want the custom field to change with maybe the full offer. So I actually did this a few days ago, and when I first received my email and I clicked on it, it went to jessivaya.com. But now what I want to show you, and I have to admit, I tested it for this to change after 5 minutes, and then I went into my email and it didn't work. So I was a little bummed and I almost gave up on this whole process. But then I went back in just to test. And look, here's that email that I did for myself a few days ago. When I click on this link now, it takes me to my About page. So it did work. I just think it took a little bit of extra time to update. Maybe 5 minutes was too short a period of time, or maybe some other factors, closing out of the browser, that kind of thing. But for whatever reason, it works now. So I think my problem was 5 minutes was too short of a period of time. But here, that's how you do it. So now, even though I've gone to the exact same email, this is not a new email. This is the welcome email I sent to myself immediately. When I first clicked on this link, it took me to jessivaya.com. But now you see I click on it and it takes me to my About page because that was what I set up as the expire address. And that's how you create time scarcity in MailerLite. I will say that this will work in other types of email service providers as well, but this is just the email service provider I use, and I wanted to show you guys here. Good luck!